Carl's on the pooper. No, we're back at work today, which means I forgot to create a link until after we got off work today, which was cutting it a little too close to start at 6:30. So we thought we'll make it at 7 o'clock, although I'm done a little bit early. And since Carl's on the pooper, we can do the needle binding part now. I know that Torben's probably looking really forward to it. Oops, I got my sound on. There we go. So, anyway, stitch of the month is Dalby. I didn't get very far from last week, but this is I'll show here. We'll get that one started right away since Carl's away. And then in the meantime, think of some Viking related questions to annoy him with. So, because it's fun. Let's see, we'll turn the camera down. Okay, and just to make sure we have something fun in the photo for Torben to look at, I'll put that there. Go ahead, think of something to discuss with this Torben. It's going to be there, right there for you. Okay, so the color of the month is teal. This doesn't look very teal in the picture, but it's actually multicolored, but there's teal in it. And this is just a thinner string. It's almost too thin for what I would do with with Dalby as far as thumb tensioning goes, but it will work. So I'm going to make a pouch with it, and this pouch is, holy crap, how much yarn do I need? This pouch is done with a flat start, but going around. Let's see. I'm having some yarn issues here. I went to take off some yarn, and it was like, it barfed. Suddenly I have, like, extreme amounts of yarn. Okay. There's the yarn. I can put that there. The needle. It's just a simple bone one. Holy crap, I still grabbed way too much yarn. Maybe I need to make this longer. So snoo! Yeah, the sun did change, was it around the 21st, I think? So it's getting a little bit more sun every day, but not necessarily warmer. Today, I see that Albert is probably winning with the coldest, if you see in the chat there. Torbjörn apparently has beards on his Rolfs. Okay, roofs. It was about right now it says it's minus 11, and it feels like minus 15. I think we hit minus 17 a couple days ago. But it's supposed to get warmer now. We might actually hit +1 in a couple of days, and then they're supposed to get some snow, which we'll see if I don't know. The snow has been going everywhere but the valley this year. So, but the snow is usually what makes it a little bit warmer, and because we haven't had any snow, that's why it's so cold. But it is official. We are ordering an extra pallet of wood to burn. So, did you come up with it? Where's the microwave chef, Iron Microwave Chef Carl? Okay, so we forgot to buy Iron Microwave food. We do have, I think, 2 things in the freezer, but they're so boring. It's tikka masala and lasagna. So I can get him to bring them out if we really need him to microwave something. We're making stew today because all of the Christmas meat is going on sale at the store due to due dates. So we're going to buy that, chop it all up, and make stew. But anyway, he's upstairs pooping. So well, I told him I'll start with needle binding while he poops. Okay. But, come up with some good embarrassing things for him. It'll be fun. So this is a chain to be bigger than my cell phone. And actually, it was much bigger than my cell phone. Let's see. It shrinks a little bit each row, but it's currently this much bigger than my cell phone. So maybe it'll be a cell phone and some pens or something. I don't know. But I start with 1 row. Worked this way. Then last week, you can see where it was started. And then turned this edge and worked back on it without making any increases. And then we turned 1 more row. And now I just keep going around and around, but no increases because I just want it to be a straight pouch. But if you are new to the Russian stitches, this is a good one to do it. It has nothing to do with Russia. It's just the name of the family of stitches that are done in this way. Normally with Finnish stitches, you're going this way, flip, go that way. But in the Russian ones, you're swapping stitches on the back here. So I'm going to go, I think I did F1. Nope, I went F2. Okay. F1, F2, probably because my thread is a little too thin for this to be thumb tensioned, but anyway, then you have the second loop, or first loop, second loop, and third loop on your thumb here. If you're not sure which one it is, that's your leader yarn, that's your first loop, that's your second loop, that's your third loop. So in this one, the first loop goes on the thumb, and then you're going to pick up the second loop, lift it behind. You can even put it on your finger if you want. That will affect the gauge. Pick up the third loop from behind, and then go back and scoop up the second loop. But first, connect. So F2. There's a cat running around behind me on the table there, in front of me. Okay, so lift up the second loop, scoop up the third loop, go back and pick up the second loop, and then go under the thumb loop in the leader yarn. If you want to do Telemark, you go over the leader yarn. That's the only difference between Dalby, Telemark, but I'm doing Dalby. I took way too much yarn. And then you take the old one off. So F2, because I wanted it a little thicker. Pick up the second loop, scoop up the third loop from behind, go back and pick up the second loop, and then forward. Some people got confused in one place, and I can show you where. Oops, that's not part of this. There we go. It's a little thick there because that's my join. Some of them will take the second loop out of the way, pick up the third loop, and then sometimes they'll go out of the third loop to pick up the second loop. That's not going to do you any good. So you have to actually hold the third loop out of the way and then pick up the second loop. But that's a common mistake, is people will do this, and then they're actually not doing anything with the third loop at all. So you have to hold the third loop out of the way, then pick up the second loop, and then go forward and forward. We also got a package from Robin Woodman today, so there's a little unboxing going on. I waited until today to open it, so I'm kind of excited. Robin Woodman's in California. She's one of our Vikings that comes in the summertime. She'd be here all year round if she could get it to work. But it's a little tricky being an American in Norway, because an American in Norway is pretty much as good as a third world country. You have Norway and Scandinavia first, Norway first, Scandinavia second, EU second, sorry, and then the rest of the world. So it's not so simple to come here anyway, but she's trying. There, F2, pick up the second one, out of the way, pick up the third one, go back, and up. That is the world's longest poop he is taking up there. What do you think? Should we time him? Anyway, but he in his defense, he only thinks we started 3 minutes ago. So I started a little bit early because I was ready. Okay, did you find some fun questions for him? We got to give him something to think about. He hasn't necessarily decided that we're going to microwave anything today, because all we had is the boring stuff in the freezer. We forgot to buy something, and he thinks if we're going to show bad microwave food, it should at least be bad Norwegian microwave food, and not something that Norway just picked up from United States or India or whatever. Oops, sorry. All right. And then Torben, I'm looking forward. I put this in here specifically so you'd have something to talk about. It is a little bottle of alcohol, but there's no more alcohol in it. This is what I got because I can't have beer and I can't have wine. It was a 4 or 5 pack. I can't remember. This one was espresso flavored cream liqueur, but they also had like a cookies and cream one and cappuccino and whatever. But Audra likes to make stuff with my old bottles, so I keep these goofy looking bottles, and I thought maybe she would want one of these and she can maybe make some rock vodka for somebody. See if she wants them. If she doesn't want them, she just chucks them into the recycle bin. No, I'm not drunk. I had this in my. I made a nice coffee with it last week, but the bottle is clean. What is tikka masala? Not tiki masala, but tikka masala. It's Indian food. Let's see, I have to look it up. Google. Chicken tikka masala, to be more exact. It's a curry. You would think there'd be a Wikipedia on it, but I just come up with 20 million recipes. Oh, crap, if I know. Oh, there he is. There's a Wikipedia. Chicken tikka masala. Hello, Wikipedia. Tikka masala is 2 Ks. Is a curry consisting of roasted marinated chicken pieces in creamy spiced sauce. The origins of the dish are debated. Many believe it was created by South Asian cooks in Britain, possibly in Glasgow, Scotland. It is offered at restaurants around the world and similar to butter chicken. Really? Its place of origin is United Kingdom. I would have thought Indian. Okay, I'm one of those idiots that would have thought it was Southern Asian. But yeah, it looks okay. I can find some pictures here. Maybe we can get Carl to make this for us today. It's let's see, dirty keyboard. Look up. There we go. That's chicken tikka masala. It's just pieces of chicken, and then you add this usually a powder mix, with some coconut milk and serve it over rice. It's really good. Absolutely not Norwegian whatsoever. But maybe we can get Carl to make that for you. So I'll put this back here. All right, now I got to catch up on chat and see if because I was doing the needle binding and Torben doesn't needle bind. So last time with the fact that I had a pack of Vaseline in the picture was really entertaining to Torben. So there was his conversation piece. Okay, let's see. Lots of chat. Okay. Nikki's here. She got up early. I only had 8 minutes, so that's why I decided to wait a little bit extra, but thank you Nikki for getting up early. I thought we'd be too rushed, so I made it for 7 today instead. But it was because it was 2 minutes to 6 and Liga's asking me, "Oh, what are you guys doing tonight?" "Oh, that's right, you have YouTube." And I thought, "That's right, I have YouTube." So I grabbed one of the last pictures that we took, most recent pictures we took, and that is ITPD. I think you can look that one up. It's a graffiti artist that around Norway, I believe. Graffiti. Oh, ITPD. Underground Gallery. I don't know if... Oh, maybe it is. It says ITPD, or Don't Think About It is the new started upcoming street artist from Voss, Norway. Okay, so it must be Norway, just Voss then. His first street art was Save Bergen and was placed on the wall of Wharton School. I'm trying to translate here. Inspired by the Norwegian urban artist AFK and the English author Neil Gaiman. Oh, didn't know that. The adventure is more truth, not because they're telling us that dragons exist, but because they're telling us that dragons can fight. Okay, anyway, started, what do you call that? When you have a cutout of something and then you can use it as a form. Anyway, there's a word for that. I just messed. It's schablong in Norwegian anyway, but I forgot what it's called in English. But he started a project where you do that kind of thing with it around Voss and Bergen. But okay, I didn't know about that one. But anyway, he's got some different art all over the internet to check anyway. But I liked that one anyway because stencil. Thank you. I think it's a stencil. Because you put one up and then you kind of spray that color. Then you take another one up and you spray that color, and you take a third one up. Spray that color, and there you go. Before you know it, you got a kid with a slingshot that just took out Pokemon. Pikachu. So I kind of liked that one, because I always felt bad back in the days of playing Pokemon that I always kind of felt bad for the Pokemon that you basically have to whack them in the ball with a head just to make sure you catch them, and you got to catch them all. So I thought it was cute anyway. So nothing to do with Viking, nothing to do with Nalbinding, but a little bit of street art for you. But he's got some other pretty cool ones to see. I didn't know who this was. I had to look it up. So anyway, see who else is here. My nose is itching. Albert is here. He's freezing. Minus 21 in Dala. It says that's Celsius, by the way, if you're not sure what minus 21 C to F. Minus 5.8 Fahrenheit. Let's see. Then they're chatting and keeping each other company. Then I think Albert says the coldest he's ever seen it was minus 34. I can beat that. Because I'm from Duluth, Minnesota. Minus 34 Celsius is minus 29. It is pretty cold, though. That is pretty cold. Well, I think the coldest I've really been around here is maybe minus 28 or so. That might have been a couple years ago. I was actually living in the Viking house at the time, though. But you only sleep there. You just basically use lots of layers. And, but in Duluth, I think the coldest I've ever seen was minus 82 Fahrenheit. So we have to see minus 82 Fahrenheit. Minus 82 F2C is minus 63. Yeah, that was flipping cold, by the way. Car did not start for about 2 weeks. Had to actually take the battery physically out of the car, bring it in the house to let it warm up overnight, put it in the car, and then start the car, and then drive. Proceed to get an accident with somebody who had too much liquor. So it was like so happy my car finally got started. That was a crappy day. Sorry, cat on the keys. But that one's pretty cool. That one you could spit and it would be frozen before it hit the ground. So that one is that one was pretty cold. But the rule of thumb there is minus 40 degrees Celsius is minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. But with Duluth, Minnesota, because it's right on Lake Superior, it is very windy, etc. But it hits minus 40 easily every February. So, but that one, not for the faint of heart. That'll also explain too, by the way, why Duluth, Minnesota has so many skywalks and underground tunnels. You can go a long ways downtown without actually even going outside. And why everybody should have a garage and jumper cables in their car. Okay, anyway, let's see who else is here. Torben is here. He said hello from Loftus. It is cold and sunny. So cold that the dragon heads on the Rolf of the house, he was meaning roof, has grown some ice beards. And then he thought that he needed to connect himself because he's just making sure nobody thinks he has a dude named Rolf living on his roof. I kind of think he does actually have a guy named Rolf with a long ice beard living on his roof. So yeah, Audra's here. Audra, do you want the bottle? I'll have like 5 of these. They're really cute little, you can probably make some little schnapps or something. But I have some more for you. I have to drink the other ones first though. But I'm way behind on chat. She may have already answered that. Albert says his goatee and mustache have gone white from the cold. Sure, it's the cold. You're getting old, Albert. No, you don't even think he's 30 yet. Let's see. Yeah, it's not the cold. It's the black ice on the pavement. Looks clear. And then you slide, and I wish there were soles that actually grip. I actually have a thing on the table here. I didn't put it away. But yeah, black ice is dangerous as hell. That is a huge problem in the north. Yeah, salt on the roads. Some people don't like to use salt on the roads because it ruins the roads and whatever. But it is flipping necessary because if you have too much gravel, you'll slide as well. But you need a mix of the both. But they have something here. It's a form of crampons, I believe. Not the rock climbing kind, but you stretch them on your shoe. You put this over the toe. Oh, sorry, I did it the wrong way. This over the toe, and then you stretch it and put this over the heel. But they're little spikes, and these I highly recommend when it's ice outside. But they're easy to carry around in your pockets, and you just put them out. But some places will get pissed off if you don't take them off once you enter the building. But they're called bruder in Norwegian. So it's kind of like crampons, but they're not like the big mount spikes. They're just, I can see if you can see it that way. Maybe. I don't know. They're not very big. There, like that. There you can see how deep they are. But anyway, these ones I highly recommend. They're it's not just for old people anymore. They're very handy. But when we were on the way back from Voss last time, it had got snow up there, and there was enough ice that if I fall and hit my knee one more flipping time or twist I'm pretty sure I fractured a bone in my foot. I should probably get that checked out. But I don't want to hit it one more time. So I brought them with, and I was very glad I did. But you'll see the tourists using them as well here too when they come in the store and such. But they're very smart. I recommend it. Let's see. Nikki says, need a tile fixed? Rolf. Need to clean the gutter? Rolf. Need a Santa welcoming party? Rolf. I like the way she's just picking on Torben there. And apparently he's throwing rocks. Oh yeah, and he wants Rolf to throw rocks at Jehovah's Witness and Boy Scouts selling toilet paper. That's actually a thing here. They can collect money. There's a couple of different ways that school organizations or Boy Scouts, for example, can collect money. And one would be they sell huge packs of toilet paper. I don't know why toilet paper was chosen, but every house needs them. But they've become very popular, especially since COVID. There's their packs. How many are in those things? It's like 60 rolls or something like that, or 80. I don't know. So they sell that. Another way they do it is they will pick up the pont for your bottle. So if you have like a soda bottle in Norway, you're charged a little bit extra than the price of the soda because the little extra is for the bottle, but you get that back when you bring the bottle back, put it through a machine, and suddenly you're rich. But usually people collect bags of this at home, or the bags of the bottles at home, and bring them in and to the store for a refund. But they said instead of doing that, you can save the bottles and give them, so when they come around and pick them up, you can donate the bottles to these clubs and organizations. So that's another way. What else do they sell these days? When we were kids, we used to sell candy bars, Girl Scout cookies, and then the mile thing, when you get paid for how many miles you walk or something. I forget how many yards it is or something. I don't know. People get screwed up by that and think that you would get paid for the whole trip, and then they didn't realize that they were going to pay you per mile. Anyway, so that's one other way they get money. Other people that come to the door, fish salesmen. What the hell? Welcome to Norway. The fish truck is a thing. Fiskebilen. That will also show up to your house. And you can order fish right out of the truck that was just fished that morning. I'm still getting emails from them. They don't come around here, but they did come around from Drøbak when I lived in Vestby, which is nearby, not too far from the coast. But I still see they go around a lot more places in Norway. But that was actually really cool. You can get tons of fish and they have it all packed up for you, but you need a big ass freezer. And then they come in and check on you in a couple of weeks. Do you need more fish? And you're like, no, I still have a lot of damn fish from the last time. But it is a good price. Let's see who else we got. Lindsay's here. And Osman is here. I have his cup. But today, I'm having a smoothie. Sorry, it didn't fit in the cup. Lucas is here. See who else. Okay, Osman, how cold are you? That we got to know. How cold is it in India? I need to know. We're all bragging up here about how cold it is, but I bet you're winning. Lindsay's in Austin, and she's got 53 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's see what that is, by the way, for those of us in the European side of things. Oh, she's got 11 plus degrees. It's like summer over there. She's having a heat wave. No, but she's in Texas. Let's see. That's actually pretty cold for Texas, though. My beer for today, says Albert, is Chin Solsnu, which is when the sun turns. So you have the shortest day of the year, and now it turns to the warmer, where we start getting more light every day. That one's called Solsnu, the sun turns. Carl's had that one here. It's been a little while. It's the big bottles with the guy on the face, or with the face of the guy on there that, I don't know, he's got a different face every time. Sometimes he's the devil. Sometimes he's a farmer. Annette is here, looking for Carl. Yeah, that is the longest poop ever. I just have to embarrass the crap out of him. Sound like I have a cold. No, I don't have a cold, but my nose itches, so, but I could be cold. No cold. I haven't gotten sick. probably well over a year now. It took me about 3 years to get COVID. When I got that, and that was pretty mild. I'm on YouTube with COVID. That's look around 2022. I think in September, maybe it was little over 2.5 years to get COVID. But no, have otherwise maybe I get one cold a year. We got our flu shots this year, so maybe that's it. Carl and I are both over 50. He's 50. Barely over 50, but I'm 53. So, and then of course I'm naturally skinny here. So, and he's a smoker. So we decided that respiratory issues were best kept in check. So we got our flu vaccinations this year. So maybe that's why we're not sick. We're just cold. Thought I heard him. Could embarrass them hell. I saw there were some questions for Colin though, so I'm really kind of looking forward to that. Perud is here. Not rabbit stew, said Nikki. Nope, it's gonna be ham. There was a big block of ham on sale for like half price because it was going out of date. So we'll cut it up into small pieces, and then make a bunch of stew with it, and then freeze it all off in portions so that all we have to do is microwave it or put it in a pot, one or the other. That could be a homemade microwave dinner. Susie's here. It's San Diego, California, southernmost and westernmost city in California. I've been there actually, but I only drove through it on, I think, Highway 5 on the way to the border. Never actually crossed the border though, just went right back. I've been there to Baja, California. That would be Mexico. I think I've only been there by cruise ship, but I've never actually been to Tijuana. But we did go as close as we could to the border. That would have been pretty much San Diego. It's much bigger than where I'm from. Torben says, so did someone buy the Necrons they released today? My credit card is crying. Did they get new Necrons out today? I wonder if Carl knows about that. We're almost a whole day behind Nikki in New Zealand. Let's see, catching up more. We didn't have a storm last week, says Annette. It's actually been pretty sunny. I heard Minnesota had some storm, but that was probably about a week and a half or so ago now. It looks like the outer says that it looks like the needle goes under 2 X's. Maybe. I have to think of that now. Which way was right? That was the right way. Yeah, if you're putting it down and picking it back up again, depending on the stitch you made, we could do. I muted myself. There we go. No microphones today, by the way, because I forgot to charge. Look, now we have Vaseline and a bottle in the picture for Torben. Enjoy. So there you go. This is the wrong side because the yarn is pointing down and is underneath. Are you done pooping yet?
Yes.
For crap's sake, that's a 30-minute poop. You went up before YouTube.
Have you missed me?
Torben has missed you immensely. He was wanting to know about the new Necrons that got released. Did you buy any? Because his credit card is crying.
Why would I buy my Necrons?
He says, why would I buy Necrons? Oh, go throw away your handful of cigarette butts. Ick. Okay.
When my orcs are finished painted, I might buy them some Necrons to have something to feed them.
He says when his orcs are finished painting, so don't worry, Torben, that'll be pretty much never. He might buy some Necrons to feed them with, he said. Okay, let's see. I did F2, so that's kind of like almost under an X. Not really, though. I did F2, so maybe that was it. But the stitch itself, let's see. Loop 1, loop 2. It got a little bit messed up, so I have to find it. No, where's loop 2? Am I on the wrong end? No, I'm on the right end. Yarn is on top, pointing up. If it was Telemark, the yarn would be just under that loop and pointing up. Let's see, loop 1, loop 2. Something happened. I got to look at this a little closer. I think I pulled it a bit. Yeah, I was looking at loop 2 as if it was. There you go. Okay, nope. I pulled it a bit tight. It's this one. It was suddenly smaller. So this is loop 1. That's loop 2. That's loop 3. But under 2 X's, I haven't really thought of it that way. But yeah. F1, F2. Lift up that one. Pick up that one from behind. Go there. You're kind of got like an X on the back when you're done there. And then you go under the, oops, under the thumb loop and under that one. Does that maybe look like, well, that does look like an X. But this one isn't quite. These two aren't quite an X. Maybe that's... And then if you look at it this way, that's kind of an X, and that could be kind of an X. You might have me stumped there. I'm not actually sure. When I think of under the X, which obviously Carl likes to misread that as, and because he doesn't needle bind, so when he thinks of under the X, he thinks maybe we shouldn't be together. Okay, anyway, but this, when you pick up one new loop and then you go behind the old loop, that can sometimes be called an X. There, if you can see that anyway, but this is your connection. So one new loop from the front and one old loop from behind, that also looks like an X. But some may say pick up this way under the same X, but from the front. Doesn't look like an X now, but Carl.
Yes.
Outer wants to go under 2 X's. What does that mean?
It's not a good sign for her current husband.
He says it's not a good sign for your current husband, Outer, to go under 2 X's. Okay. No. She says, not for kids, says Suze. Nope, not for kids. Who thought Nalbinding could be so lusty? Okay, anyway, I'll put the... Carl?
Yes.
Annetta wants you to make tikka masala. She didn't know what it was. And where do you think tikka masala is from, by the way?
It's from India, if I'm not mistaken.
Turns out it's not. It's from United Kingdom. He also thought India. Osman, do you have tikka masala in India? Have a seat. Albert is having soulsnu from Chin, so you're allowed to be a little bit jealous. Oh, Carl, this is one of the... I have to point the glass the bottle the other way. We found some Vinmonopol bottles from him. Cat on the table. Cat can't be there. I thought this one sounded fun for Carl. Shepherd's Names, whatever, Kentish strong ale from God knows where. Bishop's Fingers. I mean, who has the name of the Bishop's Finger? And what has the Bishop's Finger been doing? But it's 5.2% alcohol, brewed in Faversham, Kent. Okay, so this is a British thing?
Yeah, but I'm not Catholic, so I've never had it before.
You have a pregnancy warning, Carl. You're pregnant? Alcohol can cause lifelong harm to your baby. Probably shouldn't feed it to the baby then. Okay. But Bishop's Finger. So... Osman says, yes, we have chicken tikka masala here in India, and I make very tasty. See, his is probably really good, too. He makes... So, okay, so why in the world does Wikipedia think it's from the UK?
Well, typically, what we think of as pizza is American pizza.
Yeah?
Italian pizza is very, very thin in comparison to what we eat.
Yeah. Then we have to have deep dish and all that.
Hamburger is completely unknown in Hamburg. Or it was completely unknown in Hamburg.
Was it supposed to be known in Hamburg?
Well, you should think so, because it's called a hamburger.
Yeah, but that's because it's a burger made of ham.
Yes, I understand that,
Well,
but it's
beef,
not. It's made out of beef.
Beef, actually, yeah. No, I don't know. Okay, anyway, try your beer. I'm a little way behind on chat anyway, so there's a bunch more to catch up on. We got some questions for you. Okay, so I call it, whenever we get to India, then he gets to make you tikka masala, but I guarantee you we're probably going to need a lot of yogurt.
This bishop has a yeast
spicy?
infection.
Your bishop's finger has a yeast infection. Not for kids! I don't know, I just like the name of it, and that was one you haven't had yet before, so the bishop's finger sounded interesting.
Well, you grew up Catholic, so you might have had it before.
I don't know anything about the bishop's finger. And the bishop never visited our parish for some. Well, maybe. No, I don't think so.
So parish is what kids call it these days.
Or yep. Okay. Let's see if we go back a little bit here. Torben says, "Why don't Carl just cut out the artwork on the boxes and use that as an army?" Burn! He's got you there, though. Because then you wouldn't have to paint. You could just... The UK people like curry a lot, says Nikki. Yeah, that I've actually caught on to. So anything is a curry over there. Actually, what defines a curry? And what's the difference between curry and stew? Except for rice.
I wouldn't know. I'm not
Wouldn't
British.
know. Yeah. There's also something called a
I
butter.
think they call any kind of spicy stew curry in England.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though.
Let's see Wikipedia. I'm googling like mad today. Curry Wikipedia. Curry is a dish with a spicy sauce or dry flavoring, initially in Indian cuisine, then modified by interchange with Portuguese, followed by. Oh, this is all over the place. Initially I think it's supposed to be initially an Indian cuisine, then modified by interchange with the Portuguese, followed by the British, and eventually thoroughly internationalized. Many curries are found in the cuisines in the countries of Southeast Asia and East Asia. And it's showing yet another thing that looks like chicken tikka masala, but it's not chicken tikka masala.
So basically, an Indian person gives a recipe to a Portuguese person who then improvises and uses his ingredients. And then he gives the recipe to a British person who improvises and uses his ingredients.
And then it comes to Scandinavia, and we all have to add yogurt and sour cream or something milk to knock it back because it's too damn spicy.
We add corn and call it American.
Add corn and call it American.
Or add mayonnaise and call it a salad.
Mayonnaise and call it a salad. No. In medieval India, proto curries were flavored with mild spices such as, holy crap, what is that? Asafoetida? I don't know what that is. There's a picture of it actually. It looks like poop in a jar. Okay, cardamom, coriander, cumin, and ginger with the limited heat of black pepper. Because, yeah, that's not spicy. None of the other stuff adds spice, yeah. A definite step in the creation of modern curry was the arrival in India of spice hot chili peppers, along with other ingredients such as tomatoes and potatoes, part of the Columbian exchange of plants between Old World and New World. So I'm learning a lot here. Carla. This is okay. Carla wants to say hi to Osman's cat, or Osman's kid. Is it there? He has a little girl that likes to watch. Okay, so Osman's gonna have to teach the world how to make curry because what we think is curry is not curry, or I don't know. Let's see, back to chat. Okay, how does Carl keep his sheepskin on his shoulders? We just bought some for our kid, says Pruda.
There are two small ring buckles that connect the skin to the cape.
You have it's buried in there, but there is I can feel it. There's a ring buckle in there somewhere. It looks like a fibula.
I think Vermund made those for me.
Jeez, you can't even find it. There's part of it.
many years ago. We kind of came up with the idea that because he can do blacksmithing, and well, I can too now, but I couldn't back then. So I exchanged skilled labor for unskilled labor. So I operate the bellows while he makes the ring buckles, and then I operate the bellows for the same amount of time again when he makes something for himself.
Sorry,
So 2 times the time on unskilled labor for skilled labor.
Nick says, I think curry is a stew. Could be wrong. Yeah, I kind of thought about that too, but I think the kind of spices you have in it.
Carla.
She's mad at me because I was too busy making a YouTube link. And I didn't pet her. There we go. You want your belly pet? Should I rub your belly? That's not your belly. I tried. You got one though.
Yeah, no, but he's as calm as a glass of water now. He used to be the annoying one, but his throne has been taken.
Radisby says, I assume that chicken tikka masala is like having sushi rolls with the seaweed on the side. The base is from the mother country, but the variation is from a Western country. Yeah, and then there's something called a poke bowl with sushi too, by the way, which is just, that's how I didn't know it was called a poke bowl. I just called it a deconstructed sushi. Just took, instead of rolling it up, I just...
This seems to be happening pretty often. I don't remember the complete backstory here, but kebab is completely invented by the Pakistani to sell in the West. It doesn't actually exist in Pakistan.
We're Googling. Kebab.
Double check it because I might be wrong, but...
Kebab, many different kind of spellings, is a variety of roasted meat dishes that originated in the Middle East. Place of origin, Iran, Turkey. Let's see. Kebabs consist of cut up meat, sometimes vegetables, with various other accompaniments according to the specific recipe. Although kebabs are typically cooked on a skewer over a fire, some kebab dishes are oven baked in a pan or prepared as a stew, such as tas kebab, whatever that is. The traditional meat for kebab is most often lamb meat, but regional recipes include beef, goat, chicken, fish, or even pork, depending on whether or not there are specific religious prohibitions. The kebab that we see here in Norway, though, is usually lamb it's just a bunch of pieces of lamb on this rotisserie thing, and it goes around this way, and they shave it off. And of course, if it's been really busy, they might have to shave it off in advance and fry the rest of it on a pan. Because sometimes it doesn't cook all the way through, and you end up with sick people, so you have to have some pre-shaved and cooked. But what were you going to say?
Yeah, no. What seems to be the thing is that you have people with their own traditional recipes traveling to a new country, and then they don't have access to the exact same ingredients as they had back home, so they just improvise something.
Yeah.
And then the locals go, oh, exotic foreign food, and then it becomes popular.
Sandy says, I love the poke bowl. I tried. I don't know if even am making it correct, but whenever because my kids like sushi, and I was too lazy to sit there and roll it up and whatever and cut it out in these little things and put this little piece of. So I just chopped everything up, put it in a bowl with the rice but it was I used the sushi rice vinegar or whatever, and things that it would need anyway. But all the ingredients that would basically be in the sushi roll, I put in a bowl.
It's weird how your kids will happily eat fish as long as you don't cook it.
Yeah, no, if you cook it, that's sacrilege. No, it has to be raw. Raw and wriggling. We likes it raw and wriggling. Carl, control the cat.
Carla?
So Carl is doing something new. Need to get her fixed. Now it's just transportation. I didn't know this, but apparently, not for kids, no, sorry. I didn't know this, but apparently female cats also mark their territory. I mean, I've seen dogs, male dogs, and male cats even run around and kind of like mark little p, little p, little p, little p. But this little girl has been doing that for about a week and a half or so now.
Not that long.
It almost looks like little snow, like if you had snow on your shoes and there's like little watermark, and it's just...
Now she has like 3 pee puddles that she tries to keep full at all times.
Then I go and clean them, and she gives me a look and goes back and does it again, and it's like a war. But I didn't know they do that, so we had to ask Runa, because he had a female dog that wasn't fixed, and he said, no, she did that too. So, okay, I didn't realize that marking could be a female thing as well.
They generally don't. We had many female dogs, and none of them did this.
I can't remember if our dog ever did that, but anyway, yeah. So apparently, but she's getting big trouble. Okay, there were some questions in here for you, though, Carl. I'm way back behind. Osma says, I will send a video of chicken tikka masala, full recipe, and you are always welcome to India and to try different dishes of India. Yay! By the way, Osma sent us new bone runes. So when you're done playing with the Nefertafel kits...
That we're done with the season, we'll have started again.
No, but I got some others. We have to sort them out and make kits out of them, and some will be made for kits, some will be sold individually. So, but yeah, now we have a bunch of... Now, if we were missing any of the bind runes, we have them all, and the Elder Futhark runes. Elder Futhark, not to be confused with the Younger Futhark, which is the... Yeah, do you want to explain that one? Younger Futhark is...
the one the Vikings used.
The ones the Vikings used, but Elder Futhark is newer?
No, it's older.
It is older, okay, yeah. And then, I would think so too, but I was getting mixed up.
I don't understand how you can get confused about that.
I don't know, but I thought somebody threw me a curve.
The elder is older than the younger.
Yep. So the people who like to do the rune readings, you get the woo-woo people who like to do rune readings, they have to use they like the Elder Futhark.
The Elder Futhark is more similar to our alphabet because it has more letters. And it also has consonants, which you don't have much of in the younger.
Maybe that's why I was thinking for some reason it was elder but younger.
The Vikings are not very literate people. They don't write much. They pride themselves of having great memory. So you have concepts like law speaker. And they understand what books are, but they are suspicious of people who use them.
Yeah.
Because if you have to write down all your poetry and all your laws, How do I know that your brain works? They consider it like cheating. It's like having notes with you to your exam. How can you be a judge if you don't know the laws? How can you be a poet if you don't know poetry? That sort of logic.
Let's see. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Reading a little bit in the chat. Next month, says Suze, I am teaching how to make bone needles at the Norway Hall where I live for the knitting group I'm a part of, and I'm so excited.
Hello.
How are you going to do that? I took a class with Sally Pointer, and she made antler needles. But
I go and relight the fire.
Yeah, you've been pooping so long, the fire went out. There's a load of coming in. Anyway, no, she took a piece of flint. You had a piece of flint, and you'd find a sharp edge on that, and you'd have to like water down the antler because you don't want to breathe in the antler. And you could do this with bone, I guess, as well. And then she'd like kind of like rub over the same spot enough, and it would eventually make like a little hole. And you'd have to try to get it in the middle of the same spot and the other time. You could also, on the other side in the same spot, you could also use like one of those drills with, it's actually a piece of flint, I think, at the tip. And then you have like 2 strings wrapping around a stick that supports this bottom piece. And then when you push it up and down, it causes it to spin. Anyway, but then you use that as well to finish it. But if you weren't careful, you could chip the sides if you did it too hard. So I actually didn't, by the time the drill came around to me, I didn't need it anymore because it was already soft enough and weak enough, and then you could shape the eye the way you wanted it. But anyway, so I'm not sure how you were going to do it, but I was just wondering if you use flint. Sue says it's only 2 hours and we're using Dremels. Okay. Laugh out loud. I've done the flint way before and it takes forever. It did take a little while. There were quite a few people in the class though, but I was on a mission from God. But then we decided to try it in the village with some students that were here, and they all got it as well. But yeah, you do need some time for that. So, let's see if I can find the question that Pruda had for you. I'm having my life, the universe, and everything birthday this year. I'm turning 42. That was a fun year to have. I remember saying that too to everybody as well. I'm 42. I'm the answer to everything in the universe. Now that's a good year. I enjoyed that one. Oh, Amaro is here and PJ Lightning are here, by the way. And Fashionette, make sure you have a towel. What did we just? Oh, that's Peruda. Question for Carl. Tell us about the famous Viking coprolith. Do you know what that is?
Yep.
Coprolith. What is that?
It's the York poop.
Oh, okay.
There is probably an enormous amount of information about this that I don't have.
The piece of poop that was found in York, okay?
Yeah.
It's the oldest piece of poop?
The correct name for... No, it's not even close to the oldest
Oh, no, it's not the oldest piece of poop, but it's the Viking...
dinosaur poop.
Okay, but human poop?
No, I wouldn't think so.
No?
But it is interesting in the sense that it tells you a lot about Viking nutrition.
Okay. So what did they find in the Viking poop?
Well, I don't know. As I said, there is a lot of information I don't have.
Did you stump him?
As far as I remember, it shows that whoever pooped it had some health issues with parasites and ate a lot of fish.
Actually, that does sound familiar.
If I remember correctly. But I might be confusing it with Roman poop.
I believe it was quite a long piece of poop too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was of impressive size. Not something you would photograph and put on Facebook, but still pretty good.
I was gonna see. Let's see. I have to do Viking coprolith size, because size does matter, right? I mean, you know the words. Y'all come and look at this for I flush it. I think my older brother, actually said that once without the y'all because we were from Minnesota. But it is 20 centimeters, 8 inches long, and 5 centimeters. So 20 and 5 centimeters wide, or 2 inches wide. So 20 centimeters long. 5, okay, so 8 by 2 or inches, or 20 by 5 centimeters. That's pretty, do you think it took him 30 minutes to get that out?
did I know?
Because you're a Viking. How long? You were up there for 30 minutes. You could. Do you think it hurt? I think it would have hurt. Sue says, yeah, it's like 2 inches wide and 8 inches long. It was massive. I thought I remembered it being. It was a giant ass poop. Laugh out loud. Thank God it was an ass poop. Could you imagine if it came anywhere else? Sandy says, y'all are making me choke on laughter. Oh, that's the point. If we can't show you the village because it's too damn dark outside. But I have to say they're keeping us entertained too. I can't remember the last time Carl and I had such an in-depth conversation with poop, but I'm really glad we're sharing it with you too.
I would say that would be yesterday.
Oh, that's true. The one where I told you that you have to make sure you scrape the toilet?
No, when the cat manages to poop vertically.
Oh, yeah, that was impressive. It was just standing there. Like Carl's gonna step on that. He's got like no night vision. Make sure you don't step on it. Usually it's this way, but no. How do you think she... The noisy little one over there. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Carla. Little Miss Mark My Territory. Yep. And she's like this little thing. And... I mean, 8 by 2, it probably would have been... Okay, I'm glad I jumped on, says Sandy. I'm assuming she's not referring to the poop. Not for kids! Not the vertical poop. Yeah, no, it was vertical. I mean, at least it had some consistency to it. Nothing worse than the...
It's like when you toss a coin and you call standing on its side.
Yes! Or the bottle. You flip the bottle and it lands at the, the whole YouTube trend or whatever it was. Yeah, maybe that's... Are you trending?
No, if she wasn't so charming, she would certainly be in trouble for all the screaming and pooping.
Oh, and she's been screaming a lot again lately, yeah. But she was just wonderful for about a week or so.
Yeah, no, we have good week, bad week. Good week, bad week. I think I have enough money in my account to go to...
Yeah, no, you gotta get her fixed,
month.
yeah. Christmas is over. There's no more excuses now. But now
we can also look at Silly's neck.
Yep. Silly's got he's just got a fett kula. What is it? A fat ball?
It doesn't seem to bother.
No, it doesn't bother me at all. It's just
it doesn't look good, and I think he could be in trouble if
he doesn't take it.
If it gets punctured in some way.
Yeah, because it's probably just pus in there, but. No, it's like a little fat boil on the skin. It's not on anything else. It's just on the skin. But it kind of hangs like an extra testicle, and that's not too fun. I mean, or would it be fun to have a third one from a guy's perspective?
I can't imagine it would. But then again, he doesn't have any other ones, so...
No, they're just deflated. Yikes. When I heard my daughter discussing big poo when she was 17, I almost died, said Sandy. I was like, there are too southern to admit that function, and your Nana is rolling in her grave. Oh, we were kids. I remember my brother, though, screaming from the upstairs bathroom, going, you gotta see this! Like, no, I don't! He was so proud. What is it about guys being very proud about the size of their poo? I mean, 8 by 2 inches. That's pretty impressive. That had to hurt. Were there traces of blood? Maybe it was the parasite. I have to read more. Discovered in 1972, during an excavation in York, England, ancient Jorvik, this 9th century specimen offers unique insights into the diet and the health of a Viking from that era. Analysis revealed that the individual primarily ate meat and bread, but suffered from a healthy burden of intestinal parasites such as whipworms and mawworms.
Yeah, no, he might eat meat and bread.
He ate meat and bread?
So the fish thing is Roman poop.
Okay, the fish thing is the Roman poop. So...
Yeah.
Was it as big as this? I mean, who had the bigger poo? The Viking or the Roman?
I don't think they have the whole poop from the Roman. The Romans have pretty good sewage systems, but you find residue in their sewage systems, like in Pompeii and Herculaneum. And one of the things that I keep finding is, the little pearl that is inside the fish's eye.
Yeah, that's the part. I mean,
Yeah, you find a lot of that in Roman poop.
Oh, really? Okay.
So apparently they ate fish heads whole.
They must have.
Or
Jeez,
they
gross.
most likely they either fried them really good or they pickled them somehow.
We were talking about the sheep's head thing. That is a bit of an extreme sport here in Voss.
Not an extreme sport. Everybody can eat a sheep's head.
Yeah, but it's like a rite of passage apparently when the Americans come over here. Anybody, even from probably Eastern Norway too, says you have to eat a smalahove. Then you've really lived in Voss for some reason. Is known for the smalahove. It's a Christmas tradition as well.
Yeah, no, we have
It's the sheep's head anyway that we made a couple of years ago on YouTube and probably won't happen again. But the reason we were talking about it is somebody was asking about that. Oh, I couldn't eat the eye, and then Runa walks by. I'm like, Runa eats the eye, and he's like, nope, I will, but I won't eat the black part in the middle. That's not as good.
Yeah, no, it's a pearl.
So I'm assuming the pearl is the
Doesn't really taste like anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Didn't you eat it though when you had that?
I
It
ate
has to be like
everything
2023. I think
had
we made
everything
it
on my
at Christmas
plate,
time.
but we have this back home too. It's just that we don't call it smalahove, and it's made in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
Skjeltehaud is what I call it where I come from. I don't know what the hell skjelte means, but haud is a head. So hoved as in smalahove.
Okay. But don't they make fish soups with fish head in it? You just scoop it out, but they use it for flavoring?
Very possibly, but
so.
the Romans were very fond of a type of
Small
sauce
was his store, but he's excited now.
called garum. And one of the ingredients, the primary ingredient in garum is fermented fish guts or fermented fish. So I've seen different recipes for it online, but these recipes don't really give me any sources, so I don't know which one is the authentic.
What's it called again? Garum?
Garum.
So this is, let's see. Garum. We're talking about poop and things, strange things we can put in our mouths. This is not a good thing. Actually, how to make garum. The process of making, what's this Italian thing? Garum refers to several kinds of fish sauces very popular in ancient Mediterranean countries, whose fortune continued during and beyond the Middle Ages. Blah, blah, blah. The process to make garum is very simple, but requires attention and care. The fish has to be extremely fresh, better if it was just caught, and salt must be enough, at least the 20 to 25% of the liquid obtained in the end. That's weird English. Anyway, it is fundamental to stir the fish each day, 3 to 4 times, and keep it well. How long are you spending making this thing? And you keep it well soaked in its liquid. We use different kinds of fish. If you want to obtain more liquid in less time, just use anchovies. Fish guts are not optional. This is not sounding good. They are fundamental for the proteolysis, anyway, process that will make the fish liquefy and change its flavor into a more complex aroma. Control the cat!
Oh! I made her a fire. I called her name multiple times.
Okay. The hell is that? Why would you want to eat that? It just sounds like you just like soak it in some salt water and let it rot. But it's good that it's fresh when you start the process.
It's not something that you eat with a spoon, so to speak. It's a sauce that you add to other things, I think.
There's a whole YouTube video on this thing.
But when it comes to what little we know about Roman cuisine, a lot of it sounds insane. To the point where I can't believe that somebody would actually eat this on purpose. Type insane.
No, I forgot that there, so but I stirred it every once in a while. Let's try it. It's just, it was fresh when I put it in there.
No, the Roman equivalent of coffee is just vinegar and water. The Roman fish sauce is rotten fish.
Yeah.
They use olive oil for everything. They have a weird, small fried mice is considered a delicacy.
Mice as in corn?
No, as in the
Maize?
vermin.
Oh, mice. Okay.
They eat all sorts of weird shit. The only thing they don't seem to eat is the edible part of anything.
I was just reading the comments Sandy had earlier. Y'all always cheer me up with your not for kids stuff. Oh no, we kind of have to remind that every time we do something stupid, it's not for kids, and they're really good at catching that in the chat too.
There is something distinctly British about this.
The beer?
It kind of
It's the bishop's finger. Apparently, the Brits like the British, or the Kent people like the bishop's finger. It's backwards. Sorry.
It smells more yeasty, but it has kind of some kind of flavor that gives me flashback to every beer I've ever drunk in England.
It's got a cool color to it, considering your glass is a bit of a greenish yellow hue. But still, it's got a nice warm tone to it. But it does have a bit of a... It's not like a Pils smell at all. It's a...
No, this is not a Pilsner.
No, and it's not quite like a porter type smell, but there's a... Yeah, a wheat kind of a thing going on.
Back it's a bear or something in that family.
Oh yeah, I put this because I had to show needle binding, and Torben was here, and I thought he might get bored waiting for you, but he was so fascinated by the Vaseline, so I put a new object for him in the picture just because he needed to have something in the background to comment on when I showed needle binding. Anyway, there was...
What did you put in the background?
This one, this little bottle that I saved for Audra.
Ah.
The espresso cream liquor bottle. To see what he would come up with. And let's see, he said... He's talking about Thorin, just let the fatter of the farts rip. The sound and the smell, it was epic, and the kid is just 5. What the funk did he eat? It's probably hanging out with Carl. I don't want to know what that bathroom smells like after the 30-minute poop. I was just wondering, so we got to the question for Carl thing. That was the Viking poop. Let's see. Okay, go a little bit further. There was a comment I saw he had on here. The chat is always really entertaining, though. You got to read it. Oh, Ingela Anderson is here. She says it's -9 in Västerås, Sweden. It's slightly warmer than here, but it's still pretty warm. I didn't see her. She snuck in there. Because of the conversation in chat, I read that as pooping cough, says Renee Spee. When my orcs are finished, laugh, laugh, laugh. He said, if it's the wrong side, you need Vaseline. That was the... There, he had a comment in there. But what about this one? What's the alcohol level? In the beer, it was 5.4. It's actually quite mild.
It's just barely above the legal limit for Norway, so to speak.
Meaning he's not getting out of doing the dishes tonight.
Might have another one.
No, you cannot. Let's see.
I bought
5.2. 5.2.
I bought 2 bottles of Chin Brewery's Bøvel.
Yeah.
But it's like 10% and the bottles are enormous. So I can't really drink them except for the first day when I have 2 days off. I can drink them on the first day.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be schnockered as soon as I open the bottle. And then you have to wheel me around in a wheelbarrow.
We've done that before. It wouldn't be the first time. That's usually when Amaro yells at you, Carl, it's not lemonade, it's a Belgian beer.
This is a Norwegian copy of a Belgian beer. So I believe that it's a triple Belgian. So it's the same as Duel.
Duvel, yeah.
Duvel. And Bøvelen is the Norwegian local term for the devil. So I strongly suspect that I have just copied the recipe. But I've done it so well that I would say that Bøvelen is almost better than Duel. It's a Norwegian copy better than the original.
Anne was commenting on your glass, by the way. It's a beautiful glass. This one was gifted to us, but it's from Scan Glass. That makes it. It's a company in Sweden. It's hand blown. We got these when the supplier was coming for a visit. It's a Frankish goblet with blue glass thread from Champagne, France, 5th century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird how
That's what that is. Anyway, you can see the
the
see if I get to
Western
the
Roman
front here.
Empire was
it's just
really
kinda gobbed on.
advanced in a lot of areas, among other things, glass art and glass blowing. But everything else disappears in the 400s when the Roman Empire collapses.
Yeah.
But the Franks and the Anglo-Saxons were pretty good at taking care of the glass blowing technology until all of a sudden disappears in the late 700s for some unknown reason. There seems to be a big European outbreak of pyromania at around that time.
Hey! Do not kill my couch. I only have so much time to fix it.
Buddy.
By the way, Torben has a nice question for you. Carl knows the word lakkebodel. That's actually a dish. Would you like to discuss that one? Because he did. Lakkebodel is made from salt water and parts of male sheep.
Lakkebodel.
Lakkebodel.
That sounds very Sogndal. Bodel is balls or testicle.
I have to look it up.
And lake would be like the fluid you have things like sardines in. That would be lake in their dialect. So this would be what's the term? Pickled balls, if I'm to translate it directly.
I think so, because it's not. It comes up lakkebodel, but not the Sogn dialect. But
yeah. So I'm assuming this is something they do in his neck of the woods, where you take some animal, probably a sheep's testicles, and put it in vinegar for about a year and then eat it. But I'm now just guessing based on the name.
All this stuff is coming up from Sogndal. But there's different spellings, alt from 1D to 2Ds. The missing E or no. Du är fulle lakkebodel. What is that? Some Facebook thing. Du är fulle lakkebodel. Lakkebodeladene har fått mye oppmerksomhet, men opprinnelsen til uttrykket er at noen bønder, når de slakter sau, så la de bodlene av varen i saltlakke, trattene, fontana,
So salt, not vinegar.
ja,
but,
spiste dette. Syns dette var god mat. På Island er dette en gammel delikatesse, så nå tatrene, this dialect is tatrene for omkring fra gård til gård, så spurte de om det var lakkebodler, og få de veste at noen av bøndene etle de til de kom. You get to translate all that, by the way. I butchered it, but...
basically, when the gypsies were traveling from farm to farm, they were asking if they had testicles because it was good eating. If I understood it correctly. It was... this is not my dialect. I'm from this county.
I'm glad I've not heard of this.
I'm from the coastal region. I'm not from testicle land in here.
No, that's where apparently where Torben is from. Testicle land.
Torben is from testicle land, yeah.
Yeah. He says pow instead of po.
But we are in testicle land right now, so probably the local sheep farmers are eating sheep testicles. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, it's winter. It's cold. I don't eat anything. There was actually a question in here too, a little bit further up. Radisby says, do you have blood pudding in Norway?
Blood sausage.
No, yeah, but blood pudding.
Pretty common. Blood pudding, I don't think it's that common. I think I've seen it. I think I've had it. But it's not common. It's not typical Norwegian food.
Actually, Torben says, you do, but you have raisins in it. And then Albert says, wait, there are raisins in blood pudding? So the Norwegians are getting very excited at what the Swedish just recommended. And Radisby says, I might be able to survive a visit yet. Yeah, Sandy says, that sounds terrible. Albert says, I have not heard of this. It's like, I don't know if he's excited or...
Is that the blood pudding or the ball?
We're still on the blood pudding. Torben says, I hereby declare this bazaar open by pouring myself a new triple IPA from Omnipolo Brewery. Annette says, I'm glad I haven't heard this either, the blood pudding thing. Okay. Reddy says, sounds interesting. I've never tried pickled meat before. And Annette says, I need a large bottle of mental whiteout. And then Annette wants to know, does eating balls keep you warm?
I don't think so. I don't see the correlation there.
Okay, so AI overview. Blood pudding and blood sausage are essentially the same thing. A sausage made from animal blood and a filler like cereal or bread with, quote, blood sausage being the general category and blood pudding, especially black pudding, a specific popular British-Irish type. Regional variations like Spanish morsilla or Korean sundae exist, differing in fillers, rice, potatoes, etc., and spices, but all are blood-based sausages. So this is what AI says. Is AI correct?
I wouldn't know, because we call it blodpølse or
because we have blood sausage here. Yeah. It's gross.
It's I like it. It's pretty good.
We're not ordering it.
It's again, this might be a local variation, because what seems to be the case where I'm from, and this is also true for the Kumla club.
Yeah, Kumla would be the big potato ball we had.
Everywhere else, they seem to treat it like a dinner.
Yeah. And
in my part of Norway, we treat it like a snack. So you serve it with sugar and syrup.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you were saying, we were talking about that earlier.
And that's also true for the blodpølse.
Torben says, if you are eating balls, you should back up a bit. Leo Segan, welcome, by the way. I'm intrigued by pickled testicles. Growing up in Colorado, I've always known about Rocky Mountain oysters, which are bull's... I forgot about Rocky Mountain oysters. They're bull's testicles, but they're not pickled.
Yeah, no, everybody eats balls.
Colorado does not want their testicles
pickled. Just a matter of what kind of balls you eat.
What do you think? Would you rather have salty testicles or pickled testicles, or... Maybe you just want to let them sit in a salt mixture and stir them up every couple of days.
Don't think I've ever had any kind of testicles.
So, I definitely have not.
I don't...
Not for kids! Not for kids! Oh my God, Carl!
What? I didn't say anything.
Not for kids. Oh. Teary-eyed over here. Meanwhile, the cat is even speechless. That look on your face. Thank God the microphones aren't working, so we have to use the one way over there. Bless, says Nikki. That's quite an admission, Carl said PJ. Ready Smee says, outing Karen like that. Hey, I'm 53, man. I've been around. I'm not gonna live forever. Oh my God, I probably should have spent 30 minutes on the toilet before I came down. You're particularly proud of yourself, aren't you? Oh my God. Well, poor Sandy. She's probably got me laughing too hard to type now. Gotta go, Suzanne. I understand. See you next weekend. Fish balls and gravy, says Torben. Not for kids. Anyway, so Rocky Mountain oysters. How do they make those? By the way, it's bull's testicles. We're gonna look that one up too. I am like googling, man. The things you guys get me to. It comes up immediately. I think my computer's listening to me.
Not mistaken, but
I just type in Rocky and automatically assumes I want to look up Rocky Mountain oysters. AI says they are a delicacy of battered, deep-fried bull testicles. Oh, yeah, so they are deep-fried. Well, then I need them. Battered and deep-fried. Popular in American West, not actual oysters. I just remembered that the name anyway, that it had nothing to do with oysters, but it was one of those things that has a name that isn't what it is. They're prepared by peeling the membrane. Listen to this carefully. Peeling the membrane of the testicle, slicing the organs into coins, coating them in a seasoned flour or breadcrumbs, and frying them until crispy, often served with cocktail sauce or ranch for dipping. The texture is chewy and similar to calamari or gizzards, with a mild, gamey flavor. This doesn't make you go as a man? The idea of peeling the membrane and then...
Well, we assume the bull is dead at this point.
Okay. There's even a video as to how to do that. Oh my god. And she's broken, says Torben. Yeah, no. Jesus. It's always after about this much of the bottle. So I always told people too, I mean, if you hear, it always gets interesting at the end anyway. It can start out a little slow on YouTube, but by the end, it's definitely not for kids, but I swear to God, my tears. I'm not sick. And I thought I sound like I have a cold. No, I just, Carl. Calf fries are also bull testicles, I think, says Sandy. I haven't heard of those. But I'm not from the west of US anyway. Or the southwest of either. I can't tell you how much I needed this discussion today, says Leo Sigi. Thank you all. Well, welcome. Come back again. Every Saturday, usually, and it's usually around 6:30, 7 o'clock our time, so about the same time we started. And I'm horribly late at posting every flippin' time, so you probably have to subscribe and hit the notification bells or whatever and just expect something to be on at this time. I don't know. We're horrible. We should probably plan in advance, but then the chat would be like huge. But usually if it's a different day, if we have to go Friday instead of, or Sunday instead or something like that, then we'd post it a little bit further in advance. Better to gargle testicles than easy them, says Peruta. Do you want to gargle testicles?
No.
They're not going there. They're not going there.
It doesn't sound like my job.
No. Leo Siga says the bull is still around, just no longer in possession of the jewels. You don't want too many unaltered males in a herd. This makes sense. I watched Yellowstone. This may... I feel like I'm an expert on it now. But yeah. She doesn't have testicles.
No.
But I'm assuming that's what the male bull sounds like. If
that's the sound of a female that wants testicles.
Torben's questioning Pruta's ethics. Geez, Pruta, what clubs do you frequent? The chat is awesome, by the way. There's a lot more fun stuff in there. You got to catch up. Then Ashley's here, everyone. She says, hello, everyone. I'm late today. My youngest apparently able to resume. So you'll have to come back then, Carl. I forgot to charge my phone, but it's charged now. Let's see. I'll put the camera back in the mount and turn it. There. I was too busy charging the gimbal. I forgot to put the phone charger on today. But now we learned something new. So, okay. If the phone battery stops, all I have to do is plug it in, be really quick, and then it'll actually allow me to resume. So I tried to write in chat real quick, but it just says, please wait while we try to connect you because my phone is using the, my computer's using my phone internet. The last thing I see there is Torben saying, geez, Peruta, what clubs do you frequent? And Albert laughing his ass off. And then I should probably, hopefully able to get some chat back. But you guys should still be able to see the thing, I think. YouTube had enough of our BS. No, it was just my stupid me. Forgot to put the, plug the phone in. It died, lost you, buffering. Oh, but hopefully it should be back by now. Let's see. Yep, there it says hello again. Stream is too naughty. Carl went up for another poop. No, you didn't go up for another poop. What were you going to do? You said you needed toilet paper and then you took off.
I saw another hidden poop spot.
The one that was one vertical and one flat poop? Yeah.
I said I bought flat poops, but it might have been vertical at some point.
By the way, for the yarn people, This doesn't matter if it's backwards. Last week I was telling you that I found this mystery ball of something mohair. It is actually mohair. We were trying to burn it and it didn't quite get the plasticky look to it. But I thought it was, but I don't, because it almost looks like it could, but there's no plastic. Anyway, because I had a little bit amount of this wool left, and I thought if this would be enough with that to make maybe a hat out of the rest. But you can see they're very similar. So I'm pretty sure I remember that this one it might be a little bit more fuzzy or thicker, but that's probably because it's been rewound and it's old, somebody's old stuff. But that one would be mine. So it actually turns out that this one seems a little bit thinner, but like I said, if this one felted a little bit, that would make it thicker. So this is what it looks like when I'm spiraling, what it looks like when I'm spiraling. I'm spiraling for sure now after Carl. But there you go. So I decided to start it with a white one because there's a lot more of it, and then just pick up and start. Well, it's actually started with 2. There's a little of a weird hole here because I wanted to try something new, but I will weave that shut. I wanted to try a theory on something for spiraling. And then you have, yeah. So that's what it looks like anyway, and I'll finish that. I should have enough. I have this much and this much. So eventually I will run out of this, and then the rest of the hat will be there. Well, hello, Carla. You coming up to say hi? Let's see. Hi. Say hi to YouTube. She's like a little rat. Okay. I'll show you what I was trying to do though. I have some purple yarn here. Oh, and it was cold. So when it's cold, you go up and you rub. There are 4 missing purple skeins from the wall. You make slippers. They're a little dirty now but I was cold. I had my day off, so I started making them. But this is like a really big, I don't know what I stepped in, a really big crochet hook. These are crocheted, but you could probably do something similar if you're good at turning in Nalbinding. This one, it's a flat start like I did there on that other one, on this one. And then you increase on the sides a little bit and a little bit until you get the width of your foot. Then you just work all the way around. And then when you get to the part where your leg starts coming into, yeah, you want to play too, where your leg comes in, then you start going back and forth. This is like a really easy crochet pattern that God knows where I learned this, but every grandma has them, I think. I'm not a grandma. Anyway, but you go back and forth. And then when it's reaches the back of the heel, you just sew it up. So this part is actually worked flat, and then it's sewed up there. Lifesaver. As soon as I put these on, I was tons warmer. So do the York socks. The York socks have like a heel that goes like that, I think, and then they pick up again and go that way, if I remember correctly. It's a weird heel. But in needle binding, it still will make that little bit of an angle here, and it will do like this massive curl there. But this part is just worked flat. So if you're a crocheter, you'll recognize that this is a single crochet, but when you go around and around and around, it looks like that. But when you go back and forth with single crochet, 2 rows looks like a ridge. So you would have some similar effect with the Nalbinding as well. But if you're good at turning rows, it doesn't even matter if they get scalloped, actually, because you can always pick up and do another row around here. You could even pick a row up and go all the way up and make it into a sock that way too. But I think the York ones, these little rows are only down here, and then it's picked up. Next week, let's see how fast we can get YouTube to shut down the stream because of naughty chat content. No, but we should get going soon because it is, it's about 8 o'clock. I see I have to restart my YouTube on my computer to get the new stuff. Oh, because it's not connected to the internet because my phone shut down. No, but that was a really cool thing to figure out, though, that if we're really quick to plug in the thing and log and turn the phone back on, we still have a fighting chance to resume, which is what we did.
I'm just impressed that your phone could restart as soon as you put charge on, because my phone has to go up to 2% before it can do anything.
My phone cost about 12,000 kroner more than your phone, so it should. But it's a kroner, yeah. Though it's I have an Apple 12. You have a Samsung 2 or something like that.
I don't really know the distinctions of my phone.
No, but my phone is used a pretty good amount for work purposes as well. So that's why my phone is more. I've gotten I got coverage on my phone. I didn't have to pay for it all by myself. So I hate painting green, says Torben. I can't imagine having an orc army. You're not wrong, actually. I'm kind of tired of painting green myself. So I usually like it when he has an orc that has clothing, or maybe a squid hairdo, or something that I can paint, or lots of weapons, so I can do something other than green. But it is really easy to paint the faces. I can do all 30 of them at the same time. I haven't, but I could.
Remember all the teeth and tongues and pupils.
Yeah, those are kind of fun too. But the pupils aren't, because they're like little pearls and they just kind of roll around in your mouth. Going back to the fisheye thing. Green is the best color, says PJ. Yeah. Now you can do different shades of green. And then I like that there's one of these paints that is called like something like extraterrestrial slime, Ghostbuster slime green, whatever it is. But it's like this. And then you kind of put a wash over this green with it, and it just kind of makes things look a little bit more slimy.
That would be Norgal green, I think.
Probably. Anyway, I kind of like that one. So that one I like to do on there. Then you do the dry brushing afterwards, and he doesn't look so slimy anymore. And you're thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. Carl should paint his own damn figures. We didn't actually paint a single figure.
No.
Why don't you just cut out the figures in the box and play with those like Torben suggests?
I believe we were kind of hoping that your kids would get the spirit of painting sometime during Christmas.
But I got one to knit a sweater and the other one to embroider her jeans and all over the place. So we were productive, but you weren't. They might have painted with you if you had brought them out and started painting, though. That's kind of a trick with the kids, is to just kind of do it in front of them, and then they sit there and watch you do it, and then they start doing it. Kind of, oh, maybe I want to try that a little bit. But if you ask them to do it, it's a no.
Of course.
Yeah, no. What else did I miss here up on chat? No, but if you missed it, the reason we cut out for a second was because I forgot to. I was so busy charging the gimbal that I forgot that my phone would need some charge too. I did not remember. I forgot about YouTube until the last minute, and all of a sudden, oh shit, that's right, and so nothing was charged ahead of time.
I just don't get it.
I remembered it before we went to work this morning, but then suddenly I don't. It's because I'm upgrading the cash register system. So we're finally entering the millennium in the Viking village, and I have to create a database.
Which means that now we have the cash register system that everybody else has had for 15 years.
Yes, but I have to create the entire inventory and purchasing information and all that other stuff. So anyway, but that took a little while. And Albert says, oh, so we didn't piss off the YouTube gods. No. Carl hasn't managed to get this one censored yet. So
I'm still uncertain about how I did it the last time.
You've done it at least twice. You've shut down. There's very few episodes are missing. And usually you're the blame for it. Except for there was one where kids were playing some sort of a game music.
I think it was only one that I've gotten shut down.
Yeah.
It was the Christmas episode like a year ago.
The one where you had a weapon in your hand?
Yeah.
And you were doing the
No, I wasn't, but
yeah, that one you got shut down.
But I'm not sure if it was because I was holding a weapon or because I was actually giving people the actual recipe for gunpowder.
Leo Siga says, bad internet, no pickled testicles for you, or the deep fried ones either. Damn it.
What happens if you both pickle and deep fry them?
That could be good. Maybe. We'll have to try it. We need a deep fry. Oh my God! I totally forgot. We have a box. Robin Woodman sent us a treat, and it arrived. Well, it might have arrived at Christmas time, but we were away, so we weren't by the shop. First, you got us some chocolate. Carla, you can't have any chocolate if you keep whining. No. Chocolate Tongara is what it was called. She was referring to, this is backwards, unfortunately, I'll turn it around. She was referring to this on when she was in the village this summer. So you've got to try some of this. It's more local to her area, her part of California. Let's see, I'll put the view down and we can see it the correct way. That one. So we get to try this. Let's see, we got to repolish and paint the table, sand and paint the table. There we go. El Castillo, Nicaragua. Oh, it's Nicaraguan chocolate. Single origin, bean to bar chocolate. Talaleguale, I'm assuming. Talaleguale. Tangara, las tangaritas, you know, small birds, they fly around the trees. I like that. Tangara, las tangaritas, you know, small birds, they fly around the trees, said Yalder Urbina. But cocoa and cane sugar. Paisaje de Solentiname by Rosa is the painting. The passage of the... I'm not sure what Solitame means. I'm assuming it's something to do with the sun. Yeah, so we have to try that one. She also got us... This one I remember her talking about, because I don't know of this, but I remember hearing about it because of her. It's a moo bar. Milk chocolate. It's actually quite thick. I'm surprised that this didn't get really squished in the box. It was really impressive. Ingredients: caramel sugar, glucose, cream, butter, salt, whole roasted almonds, canola oil, non-GMO canola oil, non-GMO, soy, marshmallow. I think maybe she was talking... Yeah, we were talking about this when we were roasting marshmallows by the fire the one day. Vanilla, cornstarch, and milk chocolate, sugar unsweetened, blah, blah, blah. And she had a card too, but you can see there it says handmade at Main Street, Ferndale, California, which I believe is where she comes from, where she lives. Then she sent us a hat, which is probably my favorite. We have to... I don't know how... I like that it's like sous vide. So we'll have to take it out to see it. But anyway, the Out of Breath Hiking Society. Don't worry, I'll be there in a minute. I like this one. I remember she was making a joke about that anyway, so we'll have to take that out and try it on Carl. And Albert says, don't piss off the I'm glad we didn't piss off the YouTube gods yet. Okay, and then there was a card. This is actually pretty famous picture in Norway. This troll. My mother, I remember, did some sort of... it's not embroidery, but pretty similar to it. Crueling, I want to call it. But anyway, in the 70s, she did one of these, picture of this troll. Might actually say on there. Looks
like one of Theodor Kittelson's...
it is! Yeah, you got it. The beloved Norwegian artist Theodor Kittelsen, 1857 to 1914, captured, like none other, the secret mystique of trolls and gnomes, nisser, in his fairy tale drawings and watercolors. Lovable and scary at once, these magical creatures are grotesque, sometimes wildly exaggerated in feature, yet depicted in dreamy natural settings. The illustration on this card is an example of his unique pictorial fancy, known for its eloquent detail and emotional appeal. Yeah, so that one. Anyway, but this one I recognize immediately. I see it everywhere. It's one of the more famous, probably one of the most famous trolls. I believe the one in, crap, it's outside Lillehammer. What's it called?
Hunderfossen.
Hunderfossen, yeah. The Hunderfossen Park. It's a troll park in Norway, about an hour or so outside of Oslo. Maybe an hour and a half. Anyway, but one of them is, I think, based on this one. And she writes, Karin, here's a little gift for all of you, all of your help and support. So there's no mention of Carl on here whatsoever, so I don't have to share. Here's a little gift for all of your help and support during my visits to the village over the years. I can't let Audra be the only one who sends you chocolate. This is made in Humboldt County, California. Game on, Audra! Them's fighting words. While Humboldt is known for its... I read this wrong, too. I thought she said, while Humboldt is known for its cannibalism, but no, it's unfortunately a little less bad than that. While Humboldt is known for its cannabis industry, illegal in the past, now legal, there is no cannabis in this chocolate. Thank God. I'm looking forward to my next visit dates to be determined, says Robin. So purely bribery, we're going to have to find room for her in the village now. No, we had room for her anyway. But we'll try the chocolate. Wow, Carla's really vocal today.
Angela was talking about Robin today to some tourists.
Oh.
She was talking about the looms.
Because Robin was working on the... oh, wow, it's like, I need scissors. It's do you have a knife?
Of course I do.
Well, it's a Viking. Vikings have knives. Yeah, she was working on the warp-weighted loom in the village during the summer. So that's one of the reasons she might be talking about her. Another reason is if they're from California, she'll mention the relation. It might need to be a little bigger.
This is designed for somebody with a much smaller head than me.
She's female. But here, let's see. It's tucked in somehow to make it bigger, smaller. There, yeah. Just make sure I'm pulling on the right rod. There we go. But yes, it is backwards on your screen, but it says Out of Breath Hiking Society. Don't worry, I'll be there in a minute. I think you look cute. You have to wear that hat. Okay, so we start with the Nicaraguan chocolate. See how this one was. I've been waiting I picked this up on Monday when we were back at work. After the holidays, and I've been waiting all week to try it, going, oh no, it's too good, we have to wear it, you have it on YouTube, especially because she calls out Audra and says I can't have Audra bringing the only one sending you chocolate. Willy Wonka, no, I'm looking for the golden ticket, it's so shiny. Oh, there we go. See? I broke it, but it looked like that. Ready, Speed? Oh, yeah. Rest your back. Yep, we're back. Let's see. There we go. I forgot to scroll. Well, Thorin's Tau-Kiel team is almost done. Now he wants the Space Marines. I don't know if Thorin, his 5-year-old kid, wants all these figures. I think you just like to think that he wants all these figures so that you have to buy them. And
of course he does want all these figures.
Oh, that's good.
What kind of toys do you think 5-year-old boys like the best in the world?
Anything that your dad wants to buy and pretend it's for you. Chocolate. Ooh, good. It's a really dark chocolate. 75% cocoa. That's why it's really dark tasting. It's good though. It's really good. And you can even take the picture off and keep it. It's a pretty little picture.
Color.
Outer says, oh, I am ready. Soon coming chocolate from Bali to you. Darn, I really hate that you're fighting over us when it comes to chocolate. Send chocolate, we like chocolate. Well, he keeps stealing mine, says Torben. That's why he's allowed to do it. Nikki says, Outer, you can also send to me. Outer's going to be a chocolate distributor from all over the world. He keeps stealing yours. You got to move them higher. Every year they grow, you have to move things higher up. It's a hunter's knife. Well, no. Well, yeah, actually. Why are you using it? It's actually even got text on there.
If you look at the other side, it says hunter. So
Brusletto. Backwards. Anyway, it's too much work. But yeah, it says hunter. So why is a Viking carrying around a hunter's knife?
Because there isn't that many ways to skin a cat. No offense, Fuzzy.
Well, there's Carla over there. She's been kind of noisy.
So knives look like knives, no matter what culture you find them in. That particular knife design, you can't really place anywhere on the historical or geographical table because everybody has them.
Yeah.
And that's not an exaggeration.
Okay. I remember you'd lost your knife or something and needed something at least.
I used to have a sharp scarmas axe.
Yeah.
But that one was probably stolen by tourists.
Might have been, yeah, but you were kind of stupid enough to leave it unattended for 40 minutes.
It was more like 10, but the point is that I only need a second. So
yeah, no, because you were. I remember when you lost it when you were battling Trim, and obviously, if you're going to battle the kid or anybody actually in the Viking village, you should not have a sharp weapon on you so that nobody can accidentally run into it. Kind of like basketball and a sharp pencil in a pocket. But anyway, so he put it down, and that's probably when it got picked
When
up.
you are doing reenactment fighting, if somebody manages to pull a weapon from your belt and use it against you, that's completely fair game.
Yeah.
So obviously you shouldn't have anything that is actually sharp on you.
No, you shouldn't.
And even if I'm dealing with, let's see, how old was Trim at the time? Like
Probably 10. At the time, he was
even
10.
if I'm dealing with a 10-year-old, these procedures needs to be followed at all times
Yeah,
because
no,
it's
absolutely.
the time when you don't follow them that you actually get stabbed by your own.
Well, even
by
with
your
an
own
adult, all you need is, slip or whatever.
So
But the problem was is you'd put it down and then you'd
I took
forgotten
it
about
out.
it.
Then I had to go to archery. Then I have customers on archery, and then I go back to look for it, and it's gone. So it wasn't more than 10 minutes max, but that's all it takes.
This was the Mubar. That's the inside. I cut it. But that's the almonds on the bottom there and their marshmallow thing. It tastes almost like a nougat. It's very sweet. I'm going to cut you a slice, though. I was afraid if I did this to it, it would just ooze everywhere. But so I used a knife, but I'm kind of glad I did. It's cold in here. Oh, you didn't get very much nut in your slice. I'm so sorry, Carl. There you go. I like Radisby said, where was it? Carla heard skin a cat and immediately went quiet. If you skin the cat, you need more Vaseline, says Torben. Luckily, I'm prepared. This could be a fun night. Anyway, I like the 100% cacao, says PJ. That's hard to find. We can get like 97%, I think, here, but it's all imported.
If it was actually 100% cacao, it would
really
be
good.
powder.
This was
Because
worth waiting
you need
for.
some kind of agent to bind it together to turn it into a bar of some sort.
I cut your almond. It's almost like marzipan on the bottom. It's like the base of the almond there. It almost looks like marzipan, which is almonds. Carl has a point, says Nikki. Not the smuggler cat, says Albert. A fun night, or as Pruda calls it, Tuesday. Says Torben. Okay, so Nikki said earlier, we've been chipping away at our South African gin stash. Oh, we bought gin when we went to England in March. I remember because it had a jigger on it and I needed a jigger and I saw some guy walk by and we had to go back and get it. I need that one. I don't know. I just need it because I need a jigger and the jigger was pretty cool. But we needed one and, whenever we're going to... So we actually literally bought like this 20-euro bottle of gin just because we wanted I wanted a jigger. But we haven't actually opened that gin bottle. I'm not a huge fan of gin, but I like gin and sour, for example, or... That's pretty good. Do you want another one?
Grape soda is a good stand-in for...
It is like marzipan at the bottom. For sour?
Yeah.
Yeah, be sweet then. Did someone say gin? This beer is making me thirsty, says Torben. Oh yeah, Torben, by the way, likes his gin. There needs to be said there is 100% cocoa bars. There are 100% cocoa bars. I assume they are put together with a lot of pressure. Kind of how pills are made from compressed powder. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is, Nikki says maybe instead of microwave meals, gin. No, I gotta eat something. We have to make a lot of stew today, so. Well, I'm glad we remembered the box. So thank you, Robin, by the way. I'm getting bigger as we go. Oh, but it's nice. It's a nice treat. I thought I had forgot something in there, but I didn't. It's just the packaging making noise. What are we gonna do next week?
On Monday, we'll get the package.
On Monday, we're getting a package. Oh!
Yeah. I can hide it from you and not open it until...
No, you can't open it until Saturday. It's got to be more... It's more fun to unbox on YouTube. Okay, I have to drink something now. This is really sweet. It's really good, but I need coffee. I can feel the sugar rush.
I was enthusiastically following the UPS tracking thing and hoping it would be here for before today.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't. So
I have my smoothie.
now you have a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably won't be here until Monday. But we can open it on...
I'll save it for Saturday. It's more fun because they seem to like when you shock the shit out of me. I'm excited though. Tell them a little bit about what you did. You just said you found something for YouTube or whatever, and it didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know you did this. It was like kind of a Christmas thing.
It's something you will either really like, or at least it will be fun for YouTube. You won't actively dislike it. That I'm sure about.
So chocolate.
I have 2 cats that won't be friendly for long. This works for very short periods of time. Then they will lick each other, and then they will fight.
Yep. And Carla's already begun the licking thing. Look, I'm a nice cat. I just lick the other one and then bite. But he doesn't look too plussed at the moment because he knows what's coming. I will still work with the Dalby stitch. By the way, maybe I'll get a little bit more done on this thing. My kids were playing Sims while they were here. Every time they come, we get another Sims download or some sort of DLC or maybe even a new version of it. I don't know, some sort of an add-on. But they've been playing it all Christmas while they were here, and then I kind of decided I wanted to play it. So I was playing Sims for a little bit, made this nice little Sim who's running her own little business of painting and selling plants and stuff and working people to the bone. Basically is what she does. And then Carla here, I take a nap and Carla jumps on the keyboard and I wake up and my Sim is dead. And luckily it wasn't saved. So Carla has some magic key things here. Let's see. PJ says Montezuma is the brand of the chocolate, by the way. They claim that churning long enough makes the cocoa melt and form blocks with nothing added. Huh. I would have thought that would be kind of crumbly too. It sounds like there's actually somebody outside our house. That's not normal.
There lives people above us. So.
There's some people there, yeah. No, there are cabins usually. That's why. Oh, Albert said he just bought a vintage glass jigger. That would be kind of cool. I'd take the camera back up, but the cats are being kind of cute. Carl's got all the pussy.
This has been a pretty long-term peaceful coexistence for these two. It was like she was planning to lick him, but then she got confused and licked herself instead.
And then she tries to whine while doing that, and it sounds like gloop, gloop. The jigger, it's not a thing for carrying glasses. It's like a shot measure of a shot glass on one end and a half a shot on the other. So it's like almost in the shape of a bow tie, but it's just it's so when you measure your drinks anyway, if you want a full shot for your drink, you measure the top part, or you flip it and you do a half shot on the bottom. There you go. Another one for you. They're sitting so nicely. You have wonderful control of the pussy. If you've got all the pussy, you need more Vaseline, says Carl, or says Torben. There we go. No, I just had no idea it's a named object. No, Carl actually didn't know that either. When I was saying jigger before, he was like, you keep saying that word. What is the name of the brown stripy cat? This is Fuzzy, who is actually brother, same batch as the other, not this one, but the other cat anyway, with the shorter hair. The only thing they have in common, even though same batch everything, is the hair length. They have the same stripes. The other one has a lot more white than this one, but he came out with fuzzy fur. We didn't know that he was going to grow into his name. But he must have some Norwegian forest cat trait into him. But he's a mutt. And so is his brother. But his brother looks like a normal house cat. But this one looks like a Norwegian forest cat. He's even got the markings in the ears with the hair growing there, sticking outwards. But his hair would be a lot longer, and so would his size if he was actually a Norwegian forest cat. So, but he's a little bit shorter hair here because he tends to get his fur his fur gets tangled. So we had to shave him a little bit.
So he is free. And she cost 1,500 euros.
Yeah, both of those other cats were free.
Plus another 600 euros in tax to get her into the country.
And she whines like a bitch. Was she worth it?
I would say so.
Okay. It is kind of like marzipan on the bottom. Huh? munching away at this, but okay. Purdue says, I've been playing Skyrim. The Viking influence is nice, but not, being a reenactor, there's a lot of ways it could have been better. I used to play Skyrim. And then there were some other versions of it, or editions. I forgot the name of them. I played it for a long time. It wasn't Skyrim though. There was another one, but it's related.
You mean
This was Xbox though, but yeah, the game
before or after Skyrim?
probably before.
Before you had Oblivion.
Oblivion was the one I was playing. Thank you. Yeah. I played a lizard. Argonian. Okay, yeah, Nikki's got to go and pick up life and head south, and Torben says he is, but he's... Oh, Nikki also said he's cute. And then Torben said he is, but don't tell the cat.
Oh, he knows he's cute. He used to be the annoying one before his sister outcompeted him. No, he's not that annoying anymore.
He's got Vaseline now. No. But actually, we should get going, though, because it's getting late. God forbid we tempt the YouTube gods one more time. That hat is really awesome on you, Carl. Robin will be so pleased when she catches up. But yeah, no, we should probably get going. So then Saturday, 6:30. I don't see any issues as to reason why we couldn't.
No, as long as you don't get a new till system or otherwise get distracted by work in your work hours.
No, still distracted by work. But yeah, we leave work at 6 o'clock. It's about 5 minutes down the road as a car drives. Anything could delay it, like, oh shit, we forgot to shop for groceries.
Not really a problem on Saturdays if we have
'cause they close at 6
at least
as well.
our own, the one brain cell we have, if that is awake, we know that the shop closes at 6 anyway.
The Scandinavians are having their fun with you today, Carl.
Hmm?
The Scandinavians are having their way with you. Radisby says, Sweden says, the hat looks so flat. Yeah, no, it was flat packed in there. And then Torben says, he looks like someone who produces Lakaboodle. Out of Breath Hiking Club. Okay, no, but anyway.
That is actually true. The local farmers in Sogndal wears hat like this.
Do they?
They do. Not exactly with the same text, but some text in the same genre of things.
That moo bar is a lot of...
Another weird
Pack for
thing
money,
about
holy crap.
The farmers in the Sogndal Valley area is that on average they are very, very short.
They are?
Yep. They are about as tall as Georg, or a little bit shorter.
Easier to milk the cows.
Yeah, probably. Or the bulls.
No, okay. So next Saturday, 6:30, same stitch. Same cats. And maybe we remember to pick up a Norwegian microwavable thing for you to try, so Annette feels happy. And we don't have to consult the gods of India here about tikka masala, which we happen to have. We didn't make it, but that's because it wasn't. We decided if we do the Norwegian microwavable cooking here, it should probably be Norwegian food, and not something Norwegians want to have as Norwegian, like tikka masala or lasagna. Okay, try Loftus. I'm the tallest dude here, says Torben. Okay, and he's about the same height as you, pretty much. Yep. Our last piece. Okay. Skål, Robin. I'll scan if Namian farmers look and dress the same, says Reddy Speed. And also Torben says that would explain the knife. Back to the earlier comment. Okay, anyway. See you Saturday. Thanks for playing. I'm gonna slam some coffee. There you go. No, I can't push the button. Where is it? There it is.